For WLCSports.com, I'm Matt Friedman, and this is our 2014 softball season preview. I'm joined by Warriors softball coach Bill Curtis, now in his third season. Coach, you're looking ahead to the Tucson Invitational games coming up. You will start that on Sunday. But first, a quick look back at last season when you set a program record in wins, or tied a program record in wins with 19-19 record, 13-11 in the NAC. You reached the NAC tournament for the first time since 2008. So how does that alter the expectations now with all the returning players that you have coming into this season?
Well, thank you, Matt. Obviously, we're very excited about this year. Last year was a successful year for us. We had a great year at 19-19, but we certainly are not satisfied with that. With our 6 returning seniors, we believe that this year can be even better than it was last year, and we're counting on that with the new players that we have. So as much as we were excited about last year, we're even more excited about this coming season.
Let's preview the different players. You mentioned the fact that you have 6 seniors returning. You have 11 letter winners overall returning. Let's start with the infield. Who are you looking to fill those positions around the diamond?
Infield's looking very strong this year. One thing, we've expanded our roster from 14 to 20 players, so we're far deeper than we were last year. We have backups at every position, which is a great thing for us. We've not had that luxury in a number of years. So starting this year, we've got backups at every position. But returning-wise, we're very strong. We've got Kendra Thomas on the mound pitching for us. She's a senior. She's going to do a great job for us again this year. We've got Jenny Curtis at second base. She's a senior. She was all-conference last year. She'll be anchoring the infield from a communication standpoint, leadership standpoint. We have Tara Deglicente at third base. She is clearly holds that position with her fielding percentage is so high, and her hitting is exceptional. We also have Abby Wiggers at shortstop. Abby will be seeing significant time at shortstop for us. We do have a freshman at first base, Brittany Blazich. She's a top recruit for us, and we're very anxious to see her play at first base. So on the infield defensively, we feel very comfortable. We also have some freshmen coming in who are going to help us out. We have Nikki Contini going to back up at second base, and Caitlin Robeson at third base. At shortstop. We have Michelle Ritchie who's going to help us at third base as well. So we're solid on the infield, and we're going to be good going forward.
So now that we've looked at your infield, take us through the 3 outfield spots and the comfort level that you have with the players covering those positions.
We've got an exceptional outfield this year. We have 7 outfielders, far deeper than we've ever been. We have Diane Gageko, who's our center fielder, probably one of the best outfielders in all the conference. We have Mindy Shalinsky in left field. She did a great job for us last year as well, returning senior. We have 2 new people in right field that we're going to be working with. We have Emily Seifert, who's been catching for us in the past, will help us in right field, along with a freshman, Morgan O'Hanlon. We also have a junior, Sarah Conwell, who's done a very good job for us in the outfield. So between the 5 of them, we feel very comfortable with having probably one of the best outfields. We also have a couple new players, Lexi Wander and Rachel Christian, which will help us out there as well. So we have significant depth out there. We have significant speed and experience, and we're going to be very good in the outfield this year.
So now that you kind of have a feel for your team and having the 20 players on the roster, you've been, for the last couple of months now, practicing, obviously not having the chance to go outdoors yet, but what have you been able to work on indoors to kind of replicate what you'll be doing outside starting with this tournament?
Sure. Obviously, indoor, we've been 7 weeks indoors. Everyone's getting a little stir-crazy. We're ready to head outside and play some softball. Indoors is tough. We can only do so much inside, but we've done a lot of field work with our infielders, getting them at different positions. So we think we're very prepared with multiple players doing multiple things for us. The other thing we've done a lot of is situational work with all the new players. We need to get them involved in the strategy, defensively especially. And we need to integrate catchers. We have 4 catchers this year. In the past, with only 1 or 2 catchers, a little bit different. So now, defensively, we integrate four catchers. We have Jenny Recklich, who's returning for us and is the #1 catcher this year. We also have a freshman, Alicia Barbian, who's doing a tremendous job for us in practice, and we'll see significant time catching. And then we have Emily Seifert, who caught for us 2 years ago, but was missed last year because of injury. And then a freshman, Caitlin Robeson, who might see some time as well. So it's been important for us to work with the infielders and the catchers from a defensive standpoint. So we spent a lot of time how to handle bunt situations, and I think we're good to go with that way.
So you'll be starting up the season with the Tucson Invitational games running from Sunday, starting March 9th, and going through the following Friday, March 14th. You'll play 10 games. You'll face 6 different opponents. What can you tell us about the level of competition that your team will see in that Invitational?
Well, normally Arizona poses a greater challenge for us. There are scholarship schools that we end up playing down there. And so on paper, it's going to be a tougher deal for us, but we're looking forward to it because we think we have a much better team this year. And so we need the challenge. We need to see who we are and how good we are. So we're actually looking forward to a higher level of competition. Not that Florida's not tough, but there's going to be some tough teams for us down in Arizona. So we're excited. It's going to be a great test for us, and we're just looking forward to some great competition.
And finally, Coach, how are you going to judge the team's response to those tests? Obviously, one way to look at it is wins and losses, but other than that, what kind of things are you looking for from this team as indicators to what to expect this season?
It's a great question because we have some unique challenges this year with 20 players. It's a far bigger roster than we've ever had before. So we need to get these new players involved significantly with playing time. But since we are so deep, quite frankly, I've actually created 4 or 5 different lineups we're going to try. What we have this year, which we didn't have before, is significant speed. We have a lot more speed than we had before, but we also have a lot more left-handed hitters. We have 5 or 6 bona fide slap hitters from the left side. So that gives us a lot of flexibility that we've never had before. And so we're going to experiment with some lineups. We might go a major left-handed lineup on occasion, and we may try that down in Arizona. So we're going to be looking for response from players, how they respond to these changes in the lineups, how they respond to a higher level competition. And we've met with all the players. We've talked to them about their different roles in the team. And I think we're prepared to give some players some significant opportunities to show what they can do and how flexible they can be. Because our success is going to dictate a lot about how flexible we are and how we can make adjustments with the new players that we have to the situations we face.
Thanks again, Coach. We'll look forward to seeing that play out. That is third-year softball coach Bill Curtis. You can follow the Warriors during the Tucson Invitational Games March 9th through 14th. You can see all the recaps and results on WLCSports.com.